Welcome back to Moped Mischief, folks. Today, I'm going to be breaking down and doing a review of this, pronounce that, I don't know what it is. But anyways, so we're going to go ahead and break down, kind of give you my review on this mini bike that I purchased off of Amazon. This is a 105cc 4-stroke mini bike. Not cheap, kind of hurt the bank a little bit. I'm going to give you guys my review on this thing, show you how simple this little mini bike actually is, and if it's actually a practical purchase for you. So stick along for this ride, and we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. So you might be thinking to yourself, hey, I just purchased one of these. How do they run? I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you. This is super simple, guys, I promise you. See this little switch right here? That is whenever you go to turn it on. That's when you go to turn it off. It's literally that simple. So you go turn it on, you press that top one more time, press that bad boy in. Now you have a pull start right here like you're running your lawnmower, except this bad boy will not cut your grass. I tried, it didn't work out too well, just left ruts. So you're gonna go ahead and grab this bad boy, give her a little gas. That's all it is. That is literally all it takes. And again, you're gonna come on up here, kill it. So this bad boy, unfortunately, only has a centrifugal, how'd you say that? Centrifugal clutch, guys. I had to hire mechanic Dave to show me where the mechanics at this actually are on this thing. So this thing only has the
centrifugal
clutch, not a CVT, which means the startup on this thing, no power on the low end, guys. It's see how it's pointed uphill right now to start? If you really want to start this thing practically, this is more of your speed. Brakes, let's talk brakes on this, right? Nice big old disc brake right here on the back. See that right there? And then to power that, you go right here. And now for the front brakes, you're gonna squeeze this lever right on. Yeah? Okay. Oh. Alrighty. The producers are telling me that there is no front brakes on this thing. All we have are back brakes. Alright, so, like I said, to fire this bad boy up, very simple. Click this bad boy right here. You can even sit on it and throw your shoulder out. Give it a little gas. Like I said, you wouldn't start it going uphill, but you started going downhill, right? Feel all that no power on the low end? Yep, that's because we have a, what kind of clutch?
centrifugal.
Not a CVT. So you're gonna go ahead and hit your little kickstand here. And you're going into it. So you might be thinking, I wanna go on a trail ride with my bros. Well, not on this thing. This thing has absolutely no suspension whatsoever. You anybody here know what a steel I-beam is? It's like that beam in your house, right? Supporting from the basement. They make that from these. It has no suspension, no give, no take. You hit a bump, you feel that bump. I think the most practical part about this bike is it's so easy to assemble, so it's so easy to deassemble, so you can put it back in the box and send it back to the seller. I mean, that's just my honest take on it. I remember whenever I first made a video on this thing, I gave this thing a 5 out of 5. I'm still giving it a 5 out of 5 because I kind of knew what to expect whenever I bought it. But if anybody out there is expecting on buying a dirt bike, it's like, I'm gonna go the cheaper route, maybe ride a little lower to the ground. Not on this thing. Trust me. You will be riding lower to the ground and you'll be miles behind your friends. All right, because they're actually riding a real bike. This is not a real bike. If anybody's ever ridden in a go-kart before and you feel every bump, this is the same thing, except you only feel it through 2 wheels instead of 4. All right, the pain is not distributed on all 4 sides. That's as long as it is, right? You hit a bump with that back tire, that is directly underneath your butt. Okay, so you're, picture this thing hits a bump, right? And it goes like that. Where did I just feel that? In my butt, right? You're gonna feel every single bump on this thing. No suspension whatsoever. Say you just wanted to rip around your yard, right? You wanted to ride this thing around, rip some ruts in your yard. You know, if your grass is wet, this thing will leave ruts, but it ain't gonna do any ripping, all right? You might get a little drift here and there on the corners, right? You might tear the grass up just a tiny bit, right? But you're not out there riding no tracks. You're not hitting any jump because you don't have enough power to get to the top of that jump, right? You're gonna get halfway up and you're gonna fall off. That's exactly what's gonna happen. This thing's power is horrible. I cannot stress enough. You know, like, sled riding only works whenever you put the sled on top of the hill and go down. this thing might as well just be a sled. Say you go snow tubing or something, right? They have one of those hooks to drag you back up the hill. I gotta install one now because of this bike. This thing is not good whenever it comes to power. I cannot stress that enough. So if you have one sitting in your Amazon cart, think really long and hard before you hit purchase. All right? It might be easier just to hit that X. They're both just one clicks, right? Except if you hit the X, you don't have to add in your PayPal information. That's the only difference. That is the only difference. Now, like I said, I'm still giving this bike a 5 out of 5 because I knew what to expect going into it. I didn't have any expectations thinking this bike was basically the next dirt bike. It was just this great little thing. Now, I saw one of those little Tonka toy cars that, you know, they drive around, that the kids like push around with their feet. And I said, hey, I can compete with them now. That's what I was thinking going into it. I was not out here like, oh, I'm gonna go out on a trail ride with my bros, hitting these high jumps and stuff. No, I had no expectations for that. First, I enjoy my life, and second off, I'm miles behind down the trail. I am stuck in a mud puddle, not a mud bog. I'm stuck in a mud puddle because this thing will not rip. But like I said, I'm still giving it a 5 out of 5 due to my expectations going into it. If you guys have high expectations going into it, you might as well go ahead and knock those things down a peg or two because it's not going to perform. If it was a 2-lane road, Fred Flintstone literally merged into the left lane and passed me, okay? This thing does not have the power to be anything more than a backyard ripper. And I use ripper very loosely here. This thing is more of a, like I said, it's like going sledding. Got to start at the top of the hill. Needed one of those little pulley systems to get you back up, because if you don't have that pulley system, you're pushing. If you have high expectations going in, this thing will lower your expectations so quickly. As soon as you ride it, you will think it is the biggest piece of crap. You will give it a -1 out of 5, and you will leave the nastiest review on Amazon. But if you go into it with the same expectations I had, thinking that this thing was crap, and you purchased it, and then it gets to your house and you assembled it and you ride it and you said, yep, that is crap. It met my 5 out of 5 crap statistic line. And boom, you got a 5 out of 5 bike now. That's how you do it, guys. You got to lower those expectations going in. I told you this thing has absolutely no power, so now I'm going to prove it to you. Little incline right over there. That's not steep, that's not long. This is about what, a 30-foot head start on it? Yeah, about a 30-foot head start. I'm going to go ahead and rip this thing up real quick. I'm gonna get it turned around and I'm going to fly up that little incline. Did you guys notice the sarcasm there? Yeah, it's not flying over any incline. Layer down like if you're like ripping into like a like onto a track, you know, somebody rip it and like kind of lay it. You can't do that with this thing. Why? Because you're already on the ground basically. Second off, it doesn't have the power to rip, you know, no power whatsoever. I wonder if they'll still take the return on it with all this mud on it. Probably has like a no refund policy. They're like, you bought crap, you knew you bought crap, here's your crap. Dang, I'm out $600. I know I just left you guys a whole spiel on the things that I absolutely hate about this bike, but I'm going to tell you the things I love about the bike, and it's not going to take long because the list is so small. So I like how easy this bike is to start. You know, even if it's been sitting for a couple of weeks, it takes like 4 pulls. It'll start up. You know, as long as it's got gas and it's got oil, it will start. What else do I like about it? I'm really lost for it. Let me tell you guys one thing though. It's compact, it's small, it's fun. It's easy to store. I don't store it in my garage because Mechanic Dave's got such a nice garage that I feel like it just belongs there. So I like the compactness, I like the smallness, I like how easy it is to store. I also really like the brakes on this thing. They were actually very decent disc brakes. Now granted, you're not going real fast, so there's not a lot to stop, right? Besides, like I said, the easy starting, the disc brake, and the compact size of it, there's not a lot of good things to say really about it. If I had to give this thing an honest review from all bikes of all time, ranging from your top of the line Harleys all the way down to your Razor scooters that you manually operate with your foot, right? If that was a 1, right, and your top of the line motorcycle dirt bike was a 5, we're coming in at a 1.1, right over that Razor scooter. It's just overall not a great bike. It's not the best purchase. But with that being said, does that mean that's it? Am I gonna take this thing over to the garbage heap and just chuck it in there? I really want to, but I'm not going to, because I feel like in the future we're gonna find a place for this bike. Maybe without this whole section in here, we might tinker around and upgrade a few things, and we might make a real ripper out of this, because the body, like I said, the compact size, the disc brake, I love all that stuff. So if we can just weed out the things that I don't like, this general area, if I can weed out the things that I don't like, right, and upgrade and improve this thing and actually make a real yard ripper out of it, all I'm saying is the best is yet to come. Because anything's better than this, really. Just know what you're buying, know what you're getting yourself into. If you purchased one already and you thought it was a dirt bike and you thought everything was great, and then you got it and it wasn't, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I just don't have good expectations going into things. So that's why I'm never disappointed. So I wasn't disappointed because I knew what I was buying. But like I said, if your expectations are high, you're gonna be crying. If you guys like the new PPE, we might bring this around for more videos. We got the Keep On Scooting on the front, and then we got the Moped Mischief right on the back. So whenever I'm holding up traffic, riding my 50cc scooter down the road, and everybody's honking and waving at me, you know, they're going slow enough, they can pick up their cell phone, they can look up what Moped Mischief is, and you know, it'll pop up, and then they know who to blame. My email address is right on there. They can send me some hate mail for holding up traffic, right? That's why I do this, guys. I'll let you guys know who's responsible for the crimes. So guys, that's all for this one. If you enjoy this kind of content, like, share, subscribe, comment, do any of those things. I know every YouTuber tells you to do that. I'm telling you to do that because it really helps out my channel. Mechanic Dave, he's the guy behind the camera today. He hasn't said a word and I love it, thank you. If you wanna go ahead and check out his channel, it's in my shared channels under my YouTube page, Compact Garage. He has a lot of good stuff in the works. He hasn't posted in a couple of weeks, but that doesn't mean he's not working. He has a lot of stuff planned for you guys over there. Go ahead, check him out. Give him a subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. He really would appreciate the support. If he's ever holding up traffic, he won't display it like I do because he doesn't care, right? But I at least care like you guys. Until next time, we are going to keep on scooting. And we were going to see you on the next one.